Form 2, Chapter 2, Warehousing Management. This chapter consists of two subtopics that are concept of warehousing and stock administration. 1. The concept of warehousing. By the end of this subtopic, the student should be able to A. Distinguish between warehousing and warehouse. B. Discuss the importance of warehousing. C. Identify various types of warehouses. D. Suggest ways for managing warehousing. E. Explain merits and demerits of warehousing. Meaning of warehousing management. Warehousing management is the business or practice of storing large quantities of goods, especially in warehouses until they are needed. Distinction between warehouse and warehousing. Meaning of a warehouse. A warehouse is a special building where goods and materials are stored for further transportation, or for sale, or for use. Meaning of warehousing. Warehousing is the process of keeping goods or materials in a special building called warehouse. Warehousing is the storage of goods and materials in large quantities from the time they are produced or received until they are released for distribution in the local market or shipped overseas. The importance of warehousing in an economy. 1. Stabilizes prices of goods. By making demand equals supply in a given period, ensures steady supply of goods to the market. 2. Protection of goods against damage, harsh weather conditions, contamination, and pests. 3. It supports production by encouraging producers to produce more products for ensured storage. 4. Preparation of goods for sale by grading, branding, blending, weighing, and processing goods to add their value. 6. Reduces congestions at terminals such as bus stands, airports, and seaports. 7. Preserves surplus production. Instead of put to waste, surplus goods are stored and preserved for future consumption. Facilitates foreign trade as dutiable goods are easily imposed on bonded warehouses. Types of warehouses. There are three main types of warehouses in an economy of a country as follows. 1. Private warehouses, public warehouses, and bonded warehouses. A. Private warehouses. Private warehouses are warehouses which are owned by manufacturers, retailers, and wholesalers individually. Types of private warehouses. There are 5 types of private warehouses as follows. 1. Manufacturer warehouses. Manufacturers' warehouses. These are warehouses which are owned and operated by manufacturers to store raw materials and finished goods. Example, Bonite Company warehouses. 2. Wholesalers' warehouses. Wholesalers' warehouses. These are warehouses which are owned and operated by wholesalers who handle large stocks. Retailers' warehouses. These are warehouses which are owned and operated by retailers who handle large stocks. Example, supermarket warehouse. 4. Agents' warehouses. Agents' warehouses are agents who own and operated by agents who sold goods on behalf of the principal. 5. Giant bin or silos. Giant bin are warehouses used by farmers to store agricultural products, usually located near the farmer's field. B. Public warehouses. Public warehouse is a warehouse owned by individuals or private firms or the government rented for public use. They are usually located at terminals such as seaports, railway stations, and airports for use by public. Bonded warehouse. Bonded warehouse is a warehouse which is used to store dutiable goods until duties are paid, owned and operated by companies, individuals, or government. Documents used in bonded warehouses. A warrant. A warrant is a document issued by the warehouse authorities when goods are received for warehousing. Inbound notes. Inbound notes is the document that shows the amount of goods which are in a warehouse for a particular importer. Types of bonded warehouses. There are two main types of bonded warehouse, as customs warehouses and licensed warehouses. 1. Customs warehouses. Customs warehouses are bonded warehouses which are owned and operated by the governments. Licensed warehouses. Licensed warehouses are bonded warehouses which are owned and operated by private individuals. Importance of bonded warehouses. 1. Preparation of goods for sale by sorting, grading, branding, packaging, and blending goods. 2. Duties paid in installments. Therefore, importers are allowed to pay the duty periodically. 3. Selling goods while in bond if importer gets a market for the goods. 4. Looking for a market for the goods while goods are in bond. 5. Minimizes tax evasion on imported goods from foreign countries. 6. Checks on smuggling by verifying them if they are allowed to enter the country. 7. Statistical data are compiled by custom officials regarding imports and exports country. 8. Employment opportunities for skilled and unskilled labor to work in bonded warehouses, for example, accountants, customs officials, and others. Ways for managing a warehouse or essential features of a warehouse. 1. Warehouse should be in a good location, especially at the entry points into the country. 2. Warehouse should be spacious, large space to handle different types of goods. 3. Warehouse should have proper facilities with modern equipment and cold storage facilities to handle perishable goods, example, refrigeration, forklifts, and cranes. 4. Warehouse should have efficient staff and workers. 5. Warehouse should be connected to the transport system to allow easy movement of goods in and out of the warehouse. 6. Warehouse should have protection measures such as fire extinguishers and insurance policies that will cover any damages and losses. 7. Warehouse should have proper security against risks of theft and burglary. Customs duties and taxes. Meaning of custom authorities. Custom authorities are government officials who are charged with responsibilities of collection of revenue, controlling foreign trade, keeping statistical records of imports and exports, and controlling smuggling. Custom duty. Custom duty is the tax levied on imports or exports. Types of custom duty. There are two types of custom duty as follows. 1. Import duty. This is the duty which is imposed on imports or imported goods. Export duty. This is the duty which is imposed on exports or exported goods. The end of subtopic number 1. The beginning of subtopic number 2. Stock administration. By the end of this subtopic, the student should be able to A. Explain the meaning of stock administration. B. Describe the stock administration's functions. C. Compute stock calculations. Meaning of stock administration. Stock administration is the management of stock in a business so that the goods in the business are always sufficient without running short of supplies or carrying more stock than the required turnover. Main functions of activities in stock administration. 1. Stock control. Stock control is the keeping and checking records of stock in the firm. 2. Stock taking. Stock taking is the process of finding the quantity of stock held at a specific period of time. 3. Stock valuation. Stock valuation is the process of finding the value of stock held at a specific period of time. 4. Receiving of stock. Receiving of stock involves taking delivery of goods from the suppliers. 5. Issuing of stock. This involves releasing sold stock to the customers. 6. Care of stock. This involves keeping stock in good order and at the right place. Compute stock calculations. A. Stock level. There are 4 levels of stock in stock administration. 1. Minimum stock level. 2. Average stock level. 3. Maximum stock level. 4. Order point or ordering stock level. A. Minimum or danger or buffer stock level. This is the stock level below which amount of commodities should not be allowed to fall. It is calculated mathematically by taking reorder level minus daily usage times lead time. Reorder level minus daily usage times delivery time. Normal consumption or daily usage. Normal consumption is a number of units used or sold each day. It is expressed in units of measurement such as grams, meters, or liters. 2. Delivery time or lead time. This is a time period between orders of commodity. It is expressed in days. 3. Reorder level. This is the level at which placing of new order must be done or starting manufacturing run. It is expressed in units of measurement such as grams, meters, or liters. B. Average stock level. This is an average number of stock levels held in a particular business. Average stock level is computed by taking the minimum stock level plus maximum stock level divided by 2. C. Maximum stock level. Maximum stock level is a stock level above which amount of commodities should not be allowed to rise. This is the level reached immediately after receipt of new supply of goods. D. Order point or ordering stock level. This is the stock level at which the placing of a new order must be done. Ordering stock level is computed by taking daily sales times delivery time plus minimum stock level. Order point equals to daily sales times lead time plus minimum stock. E. Turnover or net sales. Turnover refers to the total sales at a certain period of time. It is computed by taking total sales minus return on sales or return inwards from customers or value of goods returned by customers or debtors of the business. Turnover equals sales minus return inwards, or turnover equals cost of sales plus gross profit. F. Stock turn rate. Rate of stock turnover or stock turn. Stock turn. This is a number of times a business replaces its stock. It measures operative efficiency of the business by showing how many times a stock is sold and replaced over a given period. Rate of stock turnover equals to cost of sales over average stock at the cost price, or stock turnover rate equals to total sales over average stock at selling price. Thank you for listening to this chapter, and get ready for the next new chapters. For all secondary students who study the subject of commerce,